All right, we are back with the market review series for the price action of December 8th through the 12th. It is a Monday. We are going to get straight into it. Let's not fumble my words. I have started 3 different times, and within the first 5 seconds, I have messed up what I was saying, and I don't like to take multiple takes. So this better be the one. Okay, anyways, let's get into it. So, starting off, obviously, beginning of the week, it's a Monday. Friday, C2 reversal off at this high. I'm on a short bias, really, but the 4 hour profiles will tell me what I need to know. But I would lean more shorts, just based purely off the daily time frame. This is that Friday candle. This is, as you're already seeing, the Monday delivery, but based off this, I'm thinking shorts. Okay, get into the 4 hour profile, not the 1 hour profiling. You have all sorts of divergence. You have PSP, SMT, two-stage PSP, boom. Okay, let's do a little nice trick, some Blues Clues ass stuff. Which asset would you choose to short at 10 a.m.? Which one? Huh? It's a yes. Okay, obviously hindsight's 2020. We are doing this, and we see the price action already. But if this was a true trading day, I wouldn't trade this due to the nature of this wick. Now, this could tell me we might just go higher. Like, is this some sort of reversal? We're just going to leave a failure swing. Price does whatever it wants. So I'm going to watch how the 10 a.m. opens. But with this is signatures of a strength switch. This asset, which was previous, the leading asset into this draw on liquidity, is now becoming the strongest towards the highs, essentially. Like it's becoming the stronger asset in terms of bullishness. This one was, as you can see, it puts in this higher high SMT, but it's trading lower. It doesn't have this like large range, like wick comeback, like rejection wick, basically. This one is super clean, still in close proximity and closer to this. So either one of these draws is clean, but with this strength switch, this is kind of telling me that price might be a bit more choppy, a bit more laggy, as these are now the two. One of these will play the leading asset, which I would assume this one due to the proximity, or this would be the one I would trade just as how close it is. But NQ still a good idea. As you get into the 1 hour, we'll go candle by candle here. So this is visually, we'll show the 15-minute PSP, which would really show you that this is indeed a strength switch. But as you can see, this 9 a.m. candle has a huge wick and a failure swing off this low. Wouldn't constitute this as something, I'm not longing this, but it does tip the hand that there's a strength switch at play and that one of these two assets would be the better two. So with NQ furthest out of the three assets from the draw liquidity and YM shows signs of strength, ES is the clear asset to choose. Just look how clean this is. You just want to spot the open high, low close, get on side. Will be an easy 2R into this draw. Not much to say other than that. We'll go to the 15-minute. We'll go ahead and load it up. You see the PSPs. We'll make this bigger. So this is the PSP here as this prints bullish. This one prints bearish as well as NQ. So super clean. Now all you need to do is wait for the open high, low close. Your dealing range is still good. In lieu of down here, you're still pretty solid. You still have about 50% range of where you're trying to go from this dealing range. Let's go right here. So you're still like getting in nicely. Like you're not getting in like somewhere like if it was like you're getting in all the way down here trying to short. As long as there's 2R, I mean, shit, it's clean. But you have this draw, it's clean. It's clean. So let's get into the 5-minute. That's what I would spot my entry. You could spot a clean 1-minute entry probably off this. Obviously you could because this does indeed play out. But from the 5-minute, what we have is a bit of an expansion at the open right into a bit of a consolidation. So what are you going to want to see? Consolidation is purely a continuation signature. So let's see some small lower time frame SMTs, continuation order blocks, get on side with price. So 10 o'clock opens, trades higher, and immediately puts in an SMT with a continuation order block. You could enter here. You could put a market entry, but this is close enough that you might just want to go ahead and see it. So and then this high is protected. You could take it all the way down for almost 4R, or static 2R hold is super clean. It's just the only thing with this, if you've tried to like squeeze this extra little juice out, even though like, okay, cool, you hold down the ERL, Boom. Like the only time I really play, because I have said like if it's a bit expanded, and this is not exactly like what the fuck. I almost clicked on that. This is a bit farther away than I like from the CSD line, but it's not crazy. Like if it's down here, then yeah, I might wait for a bit of a retest, a wick tap into there. But due to the nature of how like far away the straw is, like there's no reason to try to squeeze more RR. Where like you could enter here, stop loss on the protected high, and still squeeze out almost 4R. Like there's no reason to try to be greedy off of a couple points. So market entry there, and then plays out super clean. I mean, how much could you run this for if you got balls of steel? I mean, yeah, this is just sickening. Super clean trade, super clean breakdown. Obviously, I'm breaking it down. I don't know why I said super clean breakdown. Kind of stroking an ego here. I don't have one. But anyways, before I start rambling and saying stupid stuff, that is the Monday, and we'll get into Tuesday next. All right, we are on to Tuesday's price action. We have super nice signatures on the daily time frame to go higher. Last week was a weekly continuation candle, meaning that it closed over its weekly wick high, its previous weekly wick high. So to validate it as a continuation candle for this week, we would just see open low into an a previous PD array. So this would be this bullish fair value gap. If you map out, let's get rid of this. If you map out 50% of this weekly range, get out of my way. Here you go. Boom. So you have this swing almost perfectly into this is this bullish fair value gap. So if you think of the structure of any candle, it's all fractal. You want to validate the low of the week into some relevant level, hopefully with an SMT, some sort of divergence, and then trade away from that. This is exactly how you would break down a weekly candle into daily time frame candles. Sorry, it's getting late here, but into daily candles. So previous week range, we know this to be a bullish continuation candle. We want the same out of this. Frame EQ, trades into it, SMT into relevant level, trade away into this high. Pretty simple daily bias there, but that's not what you get because boom. So always got to be on your toes because price doesn't care about my technical analysis. It doesn't care. But what we do get is we get a PSP at 2 a.m. So the daily opens, strength in this asset leading into the highs. So not exactly signatures of a bullish candle. So I could see why this dumped, as in YM was just decoupled as this was moving lower. This was just chopping. FOMC is tomorrow, so this could be, I know some people that don't trade prior to FOMC, even the day prior sometimes. Definitely don't trade prior to FOMC, but some people don't even trade the whole day prior. So that is what it is, but you just obviously have a chop fest here. There's a 10 a.m. run that you could do, but this is just completely decoupled. I like unison systes. You don't get that on the 10 a.m. 1 hour. So if you break that down into 5-minute candles, these two never syste. So let's go to the 1 hour. So we don't get that two-stage SMT yet because that happens here on this candle. And that's already at 1300, and then 1400 doesn't even trade higher. So it's like, what the hell? But you do. Yeah, you have it's just not favorable price action. I'm not going to try to defend shorts here. I just wouldn't have taken it. Where are we at? I want to see this 10 a.m. candle. Boom. So cool. We have 10 a.m. candle here. We have this nice closure. We could see a strength switch. So this makes sense. What I would want to seen here for price to maybe catch up on YM was to tap into this gap, trade higher. That would probably, price is already trading pretty high. But this is just consolidation. This is the only candle that has some juice in it. Let's break it down to the 5 minutes. Look at this. This is just brutal. Expansion, and then just look at this. Nothing systes other than YM, or an NQ rather, and it's just so like I'm putting my stop loss down here because then we don't even sweep this low. So I guess you could say this is the SMT low off of this. So it's brutal, but it gets you 2R. I will say that it gets you 2R. It's just none of these assets syste at 10 a.m. Look, 10 a.m. opens. Just terrible price action on NQYM, or YM ES rather. But you do get 2R, barely. It's not clean. It ain't pretty. Ain't nothing to write home about. But as that's happening, this just dumps. So is there like hourly swing? Like, yeah, it's just we don't even trade into this. Like, well, we take this, so that would make sense. So right as that happens, this is pretty clean actually for YM for this SMT. You could trade spot that, and it would only be on YM as it does obviously does has like this is that move loading. Like as you see, let's just go ahead and clear. I hate all these drawings. I don't like when all these drawings on. It messes with my brain a little bit. So obviously this doesn't have a willingness to go higher. It's just chilling. So a lot of times that sync or that not sync, but that trigger will be this range high being taken on one asset, range low rather. So if you have one that's just kind of weaker price action, and we have one trading the leading asset into this higher time frame draw, this swing high, once this hits, you'll see that as a trigger for YM to then just dump. So super clean there. We'll see the minute it hits, and you'll probably see an immediate reaction out of YM. So we're already displacing lower. This is a SIST. You could probably hang your hat on. Not exactly. I mean, there is an SMT high there. I mean, then just go to these lows. It sounds like a dog is crawling right above me in an apartment above me. Anyways, so you're going to see this sweep. Let's see. Okay, don't show me the next 5-minute candle on this asset. That's cool. I didn't want to see it. Oh, I'm tripping. So boom, you get the sweep and immediate dump. So pretty clean there. Honestly, just wasn't looking at it. I kind of just saw it was so choppy. But is that at the open? SysD, I'm entering at the beginning. So boom. What does a 15-minute look like? Dude, there legitimately sounds like there's a dog walking right up. And then boom. Yeah, this is actually pretty clean. Pretty clean shorts. So you just got to sometimes see like what the market's offering you. Like obviously YM or NQ is leading into some draw that is this swing high. So it's kind of a retracement. You have this expansion, retracement, price just consolidates, goes lower, takes out this low, yeah, but like it's just not, it doesn't have the juice to really go any higher on YM. It's just kind of chilling. It's just kind of waiting. What is it waiting for? NQ to take out this draw, and then that's the trigger. Obviously, you need to confirm it with things like that, but you get the immediate reaction. And a lot of times you will see this exact scenario where the leading asset finally hits the draw, and as soon as that happens, you get this just dump. So it's super clean, and obviously you know why you wouldn't trade this on ES. Like it's chopping, but it's not the clear asset. It's not the weaker asset. It's not the asset that really wants to go. So as this is trading higher, this one's kind of consolidating, trading lower, trading low, and consolidating, trading lower. This one's trading lower here too, but super clean draw. That's a clean trade actually. But anyways, I thought that was just going to be a chop fest day. And yeah, just kind of see what price gives you and then try to get on side with what's being offered. All right, we'll get into the Wednesday recap next. All right, we're getting into some FOMC price action. This is actually a really clean if-then statement. So we'll get straight into the daily breakdown, even though a lot of my bias came from this. Well, that's a lie. Actually, a decent bit came from due to this signature and price. Let's not mind. Let's just go ahead and take this off the daily. And it's a little messed up, but you see the SMT. You don't need it to be picture perfect, huh? All right. Anyways, you have this 04 December low. Get ran by this. Cool. That's there on this price action. 04 December. Bada bing, bada boo. We have an SMT. That's not really the case. Of what I really want to make the point to is that NQ and ES both sweep this external range high. As they sweep it, they don't put in true reversal signatures. They don't put in a two-stage crack. They don't do any of that. None of that is occurring. What we're rather getting is consolidation, and consolidation is simply a continuation signature. Consolidation is, and with retracement, is a continuation signature. As long as you don't have a manipulation at the highs and there's not a two-stage crack or even a single crack, but I demand a two-stage crack, whatever floats your boat, then we're not reversing. There's no manipulation. I don't care. It could just dump. I don't care. If this just was to do this and then just dump, I'd be like, whatever. I mean, you kind of have like, no, you don't. Anyways, especially equal highs here. Take this out and then print equal highs. And then this day just does this. Yeah, look for open low. Long the fuck out of it. Especially FOMC FOMC can come in and then push that price higher with the volatility driver. So this is that if then statement of if manipulation occurs prior to driver, then driver should expand. So you have the two-stage cracking correlation. Let's get the 4 hour because that's the cleanest. So you have 1800 open low into relevant level. Cool. Puts an SMT here at 6 a.m. while the previous weakest asset is now the leading as it closes as a bullish PSP. There's your two-stage crack, SMT, PSP, two-stage crack. Even here, it's valid. I mean, would you trade pre-FOMC? If you're a demon, yeah, why not? Because that if-then logic is valid here as this manipulation is being put in, then confirmed. So if manipulation prior to the driver, then driver should just open expand. So you could get probably a nasty RR trade. I haven't broken it down beyond 4 hour chart, so let's get into it. I know already YM will be the chart that I would want to see. So here, 9 a.m., nice C2. So boom, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Pretty simple. 2 a.m., 2 a.m. 2 p.m. just opens and runs as FOMC enters the market. So, I mean, pretty simple. See, as this occurs, you just probably don't get a unison SysD, which is the only thing is like, would be a little worrisome. But this is really clean, and you'd probably wait. And then there's a nice retracement, and it's clean. That's clean. Yeah, that's clean, clean, clean. 5 minute, let's see. SMT, let's just go ahead and expand. No, we'll keep it on here. Expand this. Yep, you have the driver come in. Manipulation, I mean, it's as clean as it gets. Boom, manipulation here. You already SysD on the next candle. I mean, Jesus Christ. Imagine just like trusting the logic completely here. Just being like, well, you would have to wait for the 6 a.m. candle to close, but even then. So 10 opens. Now, if you take this, you're screwed. Boom, you would have got stopped out, rebalance. Another one. These true, this true invalidation holds the rest of the day. Let's see where you would get involved here. I mean, you're not trading 5 minute chart really on this. Yeah, truthfully, I just don't like. I struggle with news days, to be honest with you. So it's priced in. You'd probably want to go to a 15 minute. Let's just go to a 15 minute. That might be a PSP here. Nope, no PSP. Do we get an SMT? Yeah, it looks like we get an SMT. That's actually pretty clean. That's clean. Yep. As it's entered, yeah, that's clean. The trade, that candle. That's pretty clean on the 1 minute. So you get a two-stage as a continuation signature on the 15-minute chart. So PSP, not a PSP here, but boom, sweep of this candle with a PSP, again displaying YM strength and willingness to be the strongest asset on this day. Let's go ahead and expand that up, replay this price action. So as this candle closes, you have a PSP. We've already seen that on the chart. I like to just, okay, I'm dumb. I like to just highlight them bad boy. Okay, yep, I give up. Anyways, we're just not going to act like that. We're going to act like that didn't happen. So you already seen the SMT on the chart. So this is valid. Let's get the next candle open. So we're already displaying through gaps. It just opens straight. Let's see if we can get a retracement. Boom, we get that. Boom, this is clean into that gap. You could just be a demon, enter here. I mean, that's not even a demon. What am I talking about? I'm overusing that word. But buy here, stop loss at this low as a true invalidation. This is a clean past 2R. I mean, you could just literally just do that. And then bang. So pretty simple. That's a pretty clean trade, actually. It's actually really clean. Yeah, two-stage continuation sequence on the F15. I don't use the 15 anything lower than 1 hour for two-stage like true reversals, obviously. But for a 15-minute continuation, two stages are super clean. I know some people that only require, like if they're going to, you say price expands, yeah? Price expands, they'll look for a two-stage cracking correlation into a gap to then go higher. Some people do that. Some people just require single stages of SMT or single like a PSP. I don't know. I like two stages. You'll see a higher reward. I'm starting to jumble my words now. It's getting late. But you'll see a higher statistical return on the 2 stages, being that you'll just have a higher win rate. So, is what it is. Back test it yourself, but that was a nice 2-stage continuation sequence. 1 minute entry, you get the swing low, so you get the wick formation. You trade away from the wick formation. I mean, it's all fractal, man. This market series is going to be so repetitive. It almost will sound like I'm saying the same things over and over again, but because the logic is that repeatable. Anyways, that's the Wednesday. God, I gotta do homework still. Fuck. Anyways, that's it. We'll get into Thursday next. All right, we're just gonna do this live. I'm trying to run through this. I got stuff to do, and I really am trying to stay true to my word and do one of these per day. And plus, I'm trying to backtest. I'm trying to learn, and I need to do this regardless. But I am a little crunched on time, so we're gonna go straight into this and do this live. So we have December 10th. This is still so free to me. You just frame the EQ of this day. Nice expansion candle. SysD, as y'all can see there. I mean, it's still in the consolidation phase. ES is clean too as well. You could maybe push into this high, but it's the cleanest, as in we're not reversing from this high here yet. And YM has yet to hit it. His other two buddies have hit it. He hasn't. We've said this before. He's going to play that game of catch up. So look for an open high, low close. We can go and just remove 11 draw. Remove all these drawings. Remove all this. All you simply need is in a continuation sequence with a draw so free, like, no, that's my dealing range. Your jaw so free. Boom. EQ. Wick here. Bada bing, bada boop. You can go the 4 hour, what gaps reside. Okay. Maybe we'll create a gap probably at this 1800 candle. Boom. We trade into it. Oh, this is kind of lagging. Okay, so that's a 2 a.m. candle. Cool, so we trade into it. We clearly have PSP here, or SMT, as this is hitting all of the, like, we have just all sorts of divergence. Don't really need that, like, I can see it visually, y'all can as well. Cool. Let's see how 6 opens. Okay. Oh, was there news this day? Fuck. Oopsie. Oh, no, that's just a 9 o'clock candle. Okay, cool. But the draw is still open. Sweet. And we're decoupled anyway, so I wouldn't even... Yeah, we're decoupled on all these. So I assume sweep of this, it'll resync. Yeah, that's pretty clean logic. So we can mark out really these lows. Let's see what the 15-minute looks like. I'm starting to fall in love with the 15-minute, to be honest with you. It's pretty clean. I really like the 4 hour breakdown into 15-minute candles to spot the wick of the 4 hour, then trade the body. It's just been super clean. So this would be that kind of same logic. So we have the pullback on all assets. Want to sweep 2-stage, well, not 2-stage, but just a single stage. We break down this 1 minute. We're going to stay on 5 minute. So this is now the open of the 10 a.m. candle. We do indeed sweep that low SMT. I'd want to see another. We got a PSP, 5 minute PSP. I don't really even take those. Okay, cool. I don't like that. I mean, I do, but I don't. Shit. So that's the SMT. So that's the validated low here. So this is the low of the candle. So this is where you get in that unique position, as in you're so far above the SysD. So you want to kind of, let's see how the next 5 minute candle closes. We're going to put a limit here. Not like a limit, but we're just going to see what it goes. We'll just, somewhere right around here, we'll put a buy order. We'll zoom out. Let's see if it tags me in. It might just go. This is the only thing. Yikes. Let's see. Yeah, fuck. What time is this? 10:15, so we're still early. Okay, new. Let's get the 15-minute chart. Oh, we've already hit that draw. Is it telling me this candle already? Okay, fuck. Okay. Oh, that is what it is. So boom, that's the 10 a.m. candle. Let's go to the 1 minute, see a sweep, because it looks like we're just going to have to use a 1 minute to get on side. Open low. We get SMT. No SMT. Wait, am I tripping? Okay. No wonder this shit has shown me. So 50. Oh, wait. I'm just completely off in price. Oh, yeah. So this is valid. Here. Boom. This is SMT fill. Wow, this is actually pretty valid. Not valid. Yeah. So realistically, you could take in this, put the stop loss there. That's actually pretty clean. So just due to the nature of not wanting to get left, we could just do a buy limit here. Fuck it. Stop loss here, 330. It's a bad entry, but whatever. And let's see. We already hit that high, so you would want to go and break even. See what occurs. It's pretty clean. Bad entry. You don't like this. Yeah, you would exit here all day. Well, let's hold for 2 hours. Well, let's go back. Hold on. Oh, this is going to stop me out. Duh. Fuck. Fuck it. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. What I wanted to see was, did that hit 2R? Because I'm a strictly 2R man. Really, you could squeeze out R like this. You shouldn't see it go there. Let's see, 500 flat. Obviously, like, I'm modifying this order, but body, like, what's that wick? Boom. Then after this, you really just like push this up and like you're already break even damn near. As soon as that hits, you break even. Protect yourself. You get out. Okay, cool. Not the best entry. That's why I don't like doing it live, because I kind of just messed up. But anyways, nonetheless, that was how you could have got on side with price, even though we got a bit left on the 5 minute here. Like, there's just really no entries other than this. But other than that, that's pretty clean. SMT to validate. I mean, yeah, that's super clean actually. What am I? Yeah, SMT into this fair value gap. Boom, SysD. It's just, with these is where you get, if a candle is mostly body, that's when you can get away with just something like this. Like, because if this goes all the way down here, taps you, and then pushes up, that's just unfortunate and bad delivery. But even then, like, do you even get a 2R delivery off this? I can't quite remember. No, because it starts reversing now. So you enter here. Okay, cool. Yeah, you do. So that's nice. But, all right, sweet. Breakdown of this day. We only have one more day, and I can fucking maybe go off to bed at a decent hour. Okay, cool. We're going to close out this Friday, breaking it down live as well. Well, live, more so interactive, I mean. So we have this range high taken, so we're going to expect a new phase of price. That can be consolidation, reversal. It can be anything. But we have met the draw, and now we are also going to trade into this fair value gap on NQ. This seems a bit extended, but doable on ES. It's just I'm going to track these two assets as they are entering a new external range, internal range, expecting new phase of price. Could be consolidation. Maybe YM just comes back within the range of this weekly candle. This is just honestly chop. I just remember this December. It just all chops hard. I remember this candle now. Yep, I remember. Because this whole candle will knock out, like, I think all of December's price action. I do remember this day. This day dumped. Well, spoiler alert. Okay, cool. So, nonetheless, I don't remember getting on side this day. So, let's see if I can replay it and maybe get on side now that I know what's going to happen. I know. The markets don't know that. I'm just kidding. This is obviously, replay mode. Okay. Cool. So we get just an insane jump lower. We're opening low. We're opening high. So we have the decoupled markets even on open here. We'll keep it zoomed in. So again, makes sense. You can target, like, we'll just see. So, oh shit. That's why I don't like live. I go too fast. You're going to show me the full candle. Okay, show me the full candle, because it was before I have to actually, like, individually click. This trading view was glitching. So, we don't even get a two-stage. That's so unfortunate. I think that's why. This is why I remember this day. Because you don't even trade into... Now, this would have been different if the 6 a.m. would have swept this, but not sweeping this is quite unfortunate. I do have a PSP here, obviously, but this doesn't sweep it to give that two-stage cracking correlation to support the reversal lower. Obviously, this is just dumping, but again, think of a bullish candle makeup, open low. It's just, and we're going into this gap, so this could support price higher with the two. So I remember why I didn't trade lower this day. It sucks because the shit really did just dump. You can go to the 1 hour here. Again, it's just brutal that we don't get it, but this is kind of when you go, like, negate certain things, and when it's just so clearly bullish or bearish, Maybe just get on side. Huh? Maybe just get on side. I'm just kidding. Okay, so that doesn't get ran. Yeah, so it's just like you get a sys D here, so it's like if you're that kind of guy, you got a nice C2 reversal into expansion candle off of this. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to certain metrics why you would short here, and this draw is pretty free. Previous day low, go to the next hourly candle, it just immediately dumps. I don't even think there's much to get on side with. Oh yeah, 9:50, 10 a.m. SISD. I mean, you just got that. Obviously, this is going to be the stronger asset, so it's going to have deeper retracements. Clearly you see like the continuation order blocks, but as 10 a.m. opens, has this slight pullback and then dumps again. But yeah, this day was pretty expansive. Where's this draw at? So this has already been met as well. So you'd have to break this down to the 15 minutes as this really gets. So you have a PSP here. Nope, you don't. Wow, look at that. That's something else. But you do have an SMT. So SMT, sponsor this lower. Maybe, is there anything still open? This low. Okay, let's see. So we have an SMT. I think this draw has already been hit, obviously. On NQ, middle asset, SMT break. You have the SMT here. It might just open and dump again. We get a tap into this draw. ERL is super close. That sucks. There could be something though. There could be something. Okay, that's what we like to see. It's just by the time you get the SysD, it's like, okay, you'd have to pull. Oh, you get it there. Okay, let's see if you can squeeze out something here. Sell. What do we got? 450. So you'd obviously have to get 900. And let's see. It's a bit extended in the range, so I would not be surprised if you get stopped out here. So you take that low, so you'd go break even if you wanted to protect yourself. So you probably get hit on break even here. So you take that low, or you just scale out. You're already so down within the stealing range. You're getting in at like the 80% range of this. So I could see you just fully taking out as like a quick 1R scalp. Yeah, so you get stopped out, and then it continues low. It just chops. Makes sense. I mean, you already missed the move, but getting on side with maybe a quick 1R could be something that you could do. But yeah, super clean trade there. Not super clean, but clean, just dump. I mean, you would love to just get involved on this SysDA. This initial one at 1050 and just boom, just ride that shit down. Cool. So is that Friday? Sweet. Okay, now I have a bunch of homework to do. Anyways, market series recap. We're training the eye to learn how to be a better trader. I'm already noticed, dude, I don't want to say it's like gear-like results, like I'm on steroids or something. This is giving me steroid-like results. Not on gear. But I have noticed just through this kind of approach to backtesting, because backtesting has always helped, like TradeZilla, FX replay, that kind of backtesting. But like reverse engineering, like really annotating what the price did, why it did it, why didn't it deliver, why did it deliver. That's what I do in my Notion on the back end of this as I break down these days for y'all. It's just really, really helped reverse engineering. Obviously, I'm getting a little bit more live into these breakdowns as I'm trying to get this video out. But the reverse engineering, annotating what price did, why it did it, and then just training my eye to see these things because they're so repeatable. The logic is so repeatable. Has helped me a lot already. I can already notice it. So I'm happy that I'm doing this because I don't know. It's dope. So maybe give this a go. If you're maybe not see the exact results when you're back testing or where you're getting into price via TradeZilla, FX replay like that, and you're just kind of clicking through and you're like candle and you miss a setup, just find someone that you like on Twitter or on YouTube. Watch their trades if they post them, and then mimic them. Why did they enter? Can I understand why he entered? Why didn't he enter this day? What trades obviously like a fees, SMT, Garrett posts a lot of his splash, like a lot of these guys. There's plenty of traders. Just find whatever style you trade. That's the people I'm talking about, my mentors, and various others obviously. But find how you trade. Do they post on X? Do they post on YouTube? Do they post their recaps? Do they post their live trades? Do they have a live stream that you could watch and see how they navigate the markets live? Cool. Not saying paying for a mentorship. Don't do that. You don't have to do that. Watch all their YouTube videos, studies. Hopefully they post trade recaps. The guys I mentioned do. Okay, break down their trades. Why did they enter? Why do you understand? Like, do you understand why they entered? Okay, if so, write down why. What price did, and even go through days that were terrible price action. Why did this day not deliver? If it did, if the confluence, because obviously not every day is 100%. You won't see exactly the repeatable logic, and days will just deliver for just because it just happens. Price doesn't care. Price doesn't know that you're watching a two-stage crack and correlation and da 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 da, and then it delivers. It's like, okay, cool. I put in the two-stage crack. Let me zip. Like, cool. It's just the repeatable logic we see. So study that. Find your entry model. Find how. Just really study daily profiling. If you can do anything, study profiling. Profiling a 4-hour candle, 15-minute wick formation of a 4-hour candle. How does it open? Open high, open low. Relevant levels, the universal model. IRL to ERL, ERL to IRL, ERL to ERL, order pair ranging, stuff of those nature. Like those things, and then refining like an entry model. Fractal. If anyone asks me, T-Trades is like the best. I think as a beginner, like going in and just learning the basics, that is the foundation. Or MMXM. Those two guys are like great at like MMXM. Obviously, not saying like don't putting smut on their name, saying like they're only beginner. Like their logic is just so sound and clear for like a beginner to understand, and it's so like simple, but simple in a good way. Not saying it's simple in a bad way. Just like the fractal model is just the basis of everything I do. So open, high, low, close, spotting that, fractal, getting in on those entries, breaking down candles. That's all the same shit I do every fucking candle, every single candle, breaking it down fractally. So yeah, I would say T-Trades, and then work your way up into like Garrett, trading his GXT model, maybe a fees. I like a fees, da 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 da. Just T-Trades and GXC, obviously. They're co-partners or whatever they are. So you can do all that. Watch every single one of their YouTube videos. Take notes. This shit's not going to be easy. You want to make fucking money? Like, what else would you just think you're going to put in a couple hours and then just make money? No, dude, it's every day. Every day. Every day. Don't know why I just said that a bunch. Every day, taking notes, breaking it down, journals, writing in handwriting. If you can't type and it sticks, write it down. If you need to do what I do, I got to speak it out. Then it sticks in my brain. That's what I'm doing. These are the things you have to do. Sorry to go on that little learning rant, but if you have any questions, I am more than willing to autistically just spew and give you a whole playlist, and help you get better. So, cool. That is the end of this market series for this week, 8th to the 12th. We'll get into the next week tomorrow and get a video out. Cool. See y'all. Peace. Love y'all.